could. Oh, okay. Hey, y'all. When y'all come in, y'all share the live. And I had been a while back, but like I told y'all, I said I have to have time for this because people had wanted to know my story. And I know I got new followers. Hey, y'all, when y'all come in, y'all share this live. And I know I got new followers. And, you know, like I tell y'all, I got some interesting stories about my life. Um, and please forgive me because I am sleepy and I am tired. But when y'all come in, y'all share this live. If you new, make sure you hit that follow button. Hey, Teresa. Um, so therefore, anybody on the replay, they can watch the replay. So, how I found out my ex-husband was HIV positive, and some people already heard this story before, but
Good day,
it was a
girls. Good
long
day.
live, so I'm gonna make it short. I can't remember what year when I met him, but I was working at this place called Hey Tahisha. Hey Tahisha. She said good night, sis. Good night.
Good day, all my
Um,
girls.
I
Good
was working at
day.
this place in Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, Diane Lewis. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. I'm going to try to look. I don't want to ignore nobody, but y'all know I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. And if I get to speaking to everybody and trying to remember, then I'll be done forgot.
Okay, y'all. So I got y'all's attention in here, girls. I want y'all to hear this because it is very detrimental for some of us women that are single out here, or you may have a man, you may have a husband. This story is for some of us to listen, and get. She said, I heard her story. Okay. And honey, some of these girls may not have heard this. And I think, my. Can y'all imagine having a man? First of all, girls, I would never have went that long without going to a doctor after my brother told me that this guy was, infected. Like, I'm sorry, but man, listen, I don't think I could have went that long. And then knowing that I've been told by several people that this man has the thing. Oh no, ma'am, no, ma'am, and I don't think my mindset would have been able to and continue to even mess with this man at this point. No, first of all, you got someone. Y'all got to hear the story because see, have anyone else heard this woman's story first before I go here? Because if you already heard it, then I'd rather talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into all of the details. If y'all have already heard her story, can y'all say I've heard it? And then Big Mama, we can go into the whole segment of the story because at the end of the day, I feel like this. We have all fell for someone that we all knew wasn't no good for us. Okay? And the signs be there. God send you all kind of signs to let you know this person just ain't it. Okay? But for the ones that didn't hear the story, I want y'all to hear the story because I got a lot to say about this story. I would have never gonna put my life in jeopardy after my brother had said, excuse me, y'all, that this man was, positive. I wouldn't have never put my life in jeopardy like that because now I'm not. I don't give a dang on how good you make me feel, sucker. You got that thing, and I don't give a dang, honey. Honey. You can make yourself feel better than him, but you would put yourself and put your girl. Listen, y'all got to hear the story for the ones that didn't. My thing is, you kept putting yourself in harm's way. After being told that this man, then you went and got girl, baby, honey, listen. You know what I'm saying? And the whole scenario of the matter is for the ones that didn't hear the story, y'all got to hear the story. God is good. One thing I can say out of this whole thing is all of the daggone, she said she still was green, but all of the red flags was there. You know what I'm saying? You got told by his daggone baby mama. Not only did you get told by his baby mama, you got done been told by your brother. Look like y'all relationship more daggone what you call it than anything, and her brother already done daggone told him, girl, listen, y'all got to hear the story before I go into it, cause honey, I got a lot to say about this story, and God God is good. That's all I can say, honey. In a situation that this is a testimony and a test. Your life don't be tested by temptation and the devil's daggone temptations. That man was a temptation, an ugly, beautiful temptation. You know what I'm saying? Now, girl, y'all got to hear the story before I go into it, because I'm gonna talk about this story. Excuse
But
me.
I was working at this
She
place
just
called
daggone
Garden
long
Ridge.
winded, y'all. She's very long winded. She doesn't go real fast with it. She's going to daggone break it down and all of this. But I want y'all to hear it before I do my what you want to call reaction to this story, because baby, no ma'am, I would have beat my husband up. I'm sorry, but no sorry.
And this is my second ex-husband now because I've been married the first time. Everybody know that, and I'll tell that story one day. But this one right here, it don't make me mad no more, but it do in a way. But anyway, so I was working at this place called Garden Ridge, right? And I don't even think they still got Garden Ridge. Hey, Latoya. Well, welcome, welcome, love. Welcome. Hey, Mary. Hey, Janet. Hey, y'all.
I
Janet,
hope
come
if
right on in, Miss
anybody,
Sharon.
my thing is, if y'all already heard this story, I just want to know if y'all heard this story. Because if y'all have, then we can just do the daggone, reaction to it. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we all been dumb for a man. But that's just daggone playing too damn dumb with your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how good the dick is. Excuse my language, PP. Ding dong, whatever y'all call it. I don't give a dang how good that thing is. If somebody in the daggone world told you that this man was daggone positive for something, why would you allow your life to daggone, girl, baby? Hit the like button, Bush Watchers. Thanks. Amen. Thank you, Chocolate Girl, for telling them that. But Kate, she kept telling herself she's stupid, she was dumb, but you had all the red flags, girl. You had all the red flags, the white flags, the blue flags, whatever they want to throw in on the flag, the game. Baby, you had it. But you kept going back to this good, as she would say, this good D that she had, and he had good head. Honey, baby, you don't, ooh, baby, mm-mm. But like I said, we could be naive to a man and that thing between his legs, ladies. Yes, ma'am. And that's what I see that this man, girl, y'all got to hear the story first, because I don't want to. I don't want to. Can y'all? Okay, if you haven't heard the story, please get in here. Did you hear all of the story? Because at the end of the story, the whole thing is thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And that's all she should be hollering and hooping and hollering. And today, still hooping and hollering. Thank you, Jesus, because God, just God alone, He spared her life. She still was going back and back and back, because temptation is something that we all go through. You know what I'm saying? You might not even love that person. You just love what that person do to you. They love the way that person make you feel. And temptation is the daggone root of all evil to me, because it comes from the devil. God is not tempting you to go out here and go mess with this man, knowing that he daggone is messed up with daggone that thing. No, that was the devil telling you he good to you. He eat that thing good. He do what he do. And he daggone make you feel good. Yes, ma'am. And you ain't worried, because right now the thing is good. And honey, you just hoping. I ain't you sleeping with this thing that, baby, you already been told got the thing. But you still going, because you don't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you daggone then gave it to God that, Lord, he's so good. You don't pray to this man, he's so good. But I don't know. I know in back of my mind, this man got that thing. Girl, come on in and listen to the story, girls. For the ones that did it, because I'm gonna do a reaction off of it. She's very long with the girls. I'm telling you, the video's very long, and everything. But I wanted to come in here and I wanted to talk about being naive to thinking that your temptations is love, or lust is love, because that is what was going on in this situation. She loved this man, but he lusted over different women. See, And then she said he's this little smugly looking dude. Like he's not cute, but he's not, he's cute, ugly, ugly, cute. That type of dude. And it's always those type of dudes that be smugly. And I mean by that, Big Mama mean they not got no look. They ugly, they roughish. You know what I'm saying? They rough. They may have dreads that look like they daggone belong in Jamaica with all that rough look, just a rough neck, okay? That everybody like. All the women love him. Girl, listen, the story, honey, she needed to write a book before I would have even daggone gave this story out here in the public. I would have wrote this book and had everybody reading about it. Yes, ma'am. But listen, ain't no way that I would have still kept messing with that man, knowing that man was daggone messed up. And if he wasn't no looker all like that, like Usher and daggone, all of that, I ain't about to daggone risk my life daggone. No, ma'am. But listen here, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all listen to the story, and then Big Mama gonna react to it because, baby, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Cause this baby was daggone spared by the living God, honey. Yes, ma'am. She was spared by God, y'all. And that's all I can say. When God come in and He daggone come in and He rule in the day. The girls done sent something in my inbox, girls. But I want y'all to listen to this story. Ladies, some of y'all may not have heard the story, but there is a story that we all need to hear because this was a good story. And we all need to hear this story as women so that we don't fall prey to her situation and be a victim of a person like this. So we're gonna have story time right now, ladies. This is what Big Mama's doing today. This is my segment today about this lady's life, and then what God wants us to listen to things for a purpose. It might be somebody out here that going through the same situation as this young lady did, y'all. So we're gonna come in here. We're gonna have a little bit of story time, and then we're gonna take a break and talk about what y'all might think, because I know me, I done heard it, and I'm just like ready to talk about it because whoa, ain't no way this little smugly nigga, excuse me, excuse me, but ain't no way this little smugly man gonna do me. And then I go, girl, y'all got to hear her story, and then I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, let's go.
Thank you for tuning in, Latoya, and thank
Yes,
you for
ma'am.
following, baby. And make sure y'all share. And so I was working at this place called Garden Ridge. If y'all know what Garden Ridge is, and he was a real cocky person, y'all. He was, and I've said this and not trying to be funny because I'm not gonna throw no shade. If people that's been following me, y'all know I'm transparent. I'm a give the good, bad, and the ugly. And he was funny looking. He was cute, but he was funny looking. I'm being honest. Like, he was funny looking, but it was something about him, y'all. That's when, like I told y'all, my daddy was about to pass away and stuff, and I didn't have Janasia then, so y'all gotta hear the story. I didn't have Janasia then, so you know what I'm saying? Me and my mama weren't getting along, so like I said, I'm gonna tell this part, and then when I tell the other part the other day, then y'all can put it all together and see how my life started unraveling. So, I was trying to find myself again, baby, and I tell y'all, it was rough. So I approached him, and I remember I said, "Do you ever talk?" And so this is how we met, because y'all gotta hear the story. So I approached him because he was giving, we women, we could tell when a man giving us the eye and stuff like that. Every time I was a customer service customer worked in customer service at Garden Ridge, and he worked in some other department. If anybody remember Garden Ridge, I don't think they got no more around the states and stuff. So anyway, so me and him started talking. He never told me that he had a girlfriend. Never told me. Never told me. Never told me. Right? Okay. So me and him started talking and stuff like that. And I'm just falling hard because y'all gotta understand. Hey, y'all. Yeah, he was cute, ugly, Jacqueline. I'm being honest, and I said that when we was together. I'm being honest. I ain't just saying that because of what done happened. So anyway, he was a cute, ugly little something. Look, yeah, God forgive me, but hey, call it how I see it. So anyway, so we started hanging out. I had my own place. Oh no, it's not that get me down, Lonnie. I just don't really like to, certain things that happen in your life. You don't want to revisit it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, and I don't mean to keep pausing because I know it's gonna people watch this replay and say get to the point. But like I said, I want to acknowledge people as well when they come in. So that's the thing about it. But so anyway, and y'all hit that shit, baby. Y'all hit them. Make sure y'all share this live because somebody can benefit from this story, right? So anyway, so we started talking. I had my own place in Greenville, South Carolina, right? I stay in Anderson now, which is like 30, depending on what part of Greenville, like 30 to 40 minutes away from Greenville. So I was staying in Greenville, had my own place and stuff like that. Now, when me and him started talking, he started coming to my house. I never did go to his. I thought that was kind of strange, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he would always say his house, his truck, because he was driving a Suburban with rims on it. Then he'd come with another car and stuff like that. But I'm going to be real with y'all. I know he sold dope on the side. So in my head, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That must be his cars and stuff like that. So fast forward to tell you how God worked. Fast forward to my brother. Me and my brother have always been close, right? So my brother was staying here in Anderson, and he wanted us to go to Atlanta, and he wanted us to go to Atlanta. So my brother had already headed down there. I got I'm gonna tell y'all his first name. I'm not gonna say the last name. And actually, this is actually his nickname, but his name K. That's what I call him, K. And so when I got off from work, me and K had went to Atlanta, and it was just he had an uneasy feeling. Right? And so we get down there, and so I'm fast forwarding it, right? Because that's not the real important part. So we get down there, and hey Tawana, hey y'all, we get down there, and my brother, told us what hotel he had and stuff like that. So my brother came downstairs with his friend, and he, we was getting on the elevator. My brother nudged me like this. Now I'm gonna tell you how small the world is. That's why I tell you, baby, be careful on anything. You never know who know who. So my brother nudged me on the elevator like this. He said, doing like that, because I've seen Kay get ready to turn around. So we went to the room, and my brother called me out. No, me and Kay went out on the balcony. My brother came out there. My brother wasn't finna hold it. He was like, "What's up, man? Don't I know you?" And here go Kay. Kay said, looking like, "I don't know you." He was like, "Yeah, Jasmine." He was like, "Yeah." Now, keep in mind the name Jasmine now. And he was like, "Jasmine." And he was like, "Oh, I kid you not, y'all. We had just got to Atlanta. We wasn't there 30 minutes." Kay said, "Tina." He said, "Baby, let's go on back home." He said, I can't remember because I be telling a lie. I can't remember what excuse he made. But he was like, let's go on back home. I'm like, we done got down here from Atlanta. I drove a couple of hours. We don't got down here. So my brother knew something wasn't right. So my brother was like, "Tina, he with Jasmine." He was like, he F with Jasmine. And he said, because I used to hit Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how guys talk. That's my brother. My brother was like, "I used to hit Jasmine." Kay goes, "Nah, man, nah, we ain't like that. No, we ain't like that. We ain't like that." So anyway, so my brother calling me. Now we heading back to South Carolina, right? So my brother calling me, and so me and Kay getting into it. Me and Kay don't got into it. I don't smack baby. We got into it on 285. Had to pull it to the side. I don't smack this phone out of his hand. I'm talking about like we was finna bang, like because he just got real mad. When somebody guilty, they get really, really mad. They get really, really mad, right? So anyway, so my brother said, right while Kay was sitting beside me, and I had my phone on speakerphone, right? After we done pulled off the side of the road, me and him, going at it. My signal bad. Go out and come back in. Anybody? Is my signal bad to anybody else? If my signal bad, y'all put it in the comment. Because, I got a good spot, Come on now. Right when I go live, are you kidding me? Don't do that. So anyway, so we get back, in the car, right? And so, yeah, Tawana say, I remember some of this story. Tawana, I said I was going to tell it again, because I got a lot of new people. And then, I can't I can't tell the other parts. I'm going to tell them this part. So, my brother said, "That motherfucker HIV positive. He got HIV, Tina. He got HIV." Now, this is something don't nobody want to hear. And, shout out to the people that's HIV positive and they living with it. But nobody want to hear a person that they done fell in love with, that they with, is HIV positive. So I said, Kay, okay. Oh, okay. Well, you might want to go out and come back in. Everybody else saying it's good. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. So my brother said, that mother, mother is HIV positive. So I said, Kay, I said, like my heart dropped. Because I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to be real. When I heard Jasmine, I'm saying to myself, I thought my brother going to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude cheating, he cheating or whatever. Not saying that's good, but hell, I'd rather deal with that than, you know what I'm saying? He telling me he HIV positive, right? So I go back to we coming up and down the highway. My heart, y'all, I can't even tell you what I was thinking because that is something nobody want to hear. A person that you don't slept with, like, got down, everything, the whole 50 yards. You feel me? So I'm just like, I can't even tell y'all what I was thinking. I cannot even tell y'all what I was thinking. So we get back to my apartment. So Kay go in the bathroom. Now let me say this part right here. Kay was on powder. My ex-husband is Kay. My Kay was on powder. I didn't know it then. I didn't know it. So he come out the bathroom and he just crying and he had some white stuff on his nose, but you know what I'm saying, I ain't really pay that no attention, and you know what I'm saying, like what was going on. So anyway, he just got real emotional. He was crying and I was like, hey, I said, my brother know you. He used to F with Jasmine. Now I'm saying your ex-girlfriend. Hear me now. I said he used to F with your ex-girlfriend, Jasmine, and she admitted to my brother she HIV positive. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. I just came across it, y'all. We gonna
have you got that thing. What's going on? Like, tell me. Nah, man, I ain't got it. Nah, man, I ain't got it. So that kind of just died down, right? Baby, everybody plays the fool. I know it's gonna be some people that's judging on here, baby, but let me tell you, you gotta be in a person's shoes. It's easy to sit back and say, well, I would have did this, I would have did that. But baby, like I said, I can own my stuff and I can say I was a doggone fool, because baby, I'm about to put the icing on the cake for you. So anyway, and hey everybody, when y'all come in, y'all share the slide. But the thing is, I don't want to keep trying to, not that I don't want to speak, but I'll get off track. Y'all know my ADD kick in. So anyway, so that kind of passed by. But my brother, like, he had it in for this dude. Like, he wanted to go in on his juggler. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because my brother knew everything I had been through. You know what I'm saying? And he knew it was like I was just searching for love. You understand what I'm saying? So, and my brother seen how he was doing. So I remember that, okay, I stopped working at that job and he stopped working at that job. I had got a better job and I started going to like this technical college. So, and I remember, next thing I know, his phone was just ringing. His phone was just ringing back to back. Ain't no dude gonna call no other dude back to back like that. Something ain't right. So my intuition started kicking in. I'm like, man, this is a girl. This is a girl. So next thing I know, he was like, he gotta go. So he came back. Then he said he was gonna come back to my house, but he didn't. So he came back the next day, but he got a cab over there. I saw you rolling in two cars. I'm talking about nice SUVs, rim, boom, boom, in the systems and stuff like that. Exactly. To Heisha, I can't say your name, baby. You're brave for telling your story much, but I'm very transparent, Coleman. I just am. Y'all hit that follow button, baby. And so anyway, so he got a cab over there, and he just crying and doing this and that and other. Next thing I know, this white girl. He was going with this white girl. Not that it mattered because I done dated outside my race. But so the girl name was Jasmine. And the crazy part is, me and her friends on Facebook now, my personal page. So she was like, "Hey, you cheating on me?" This mug ain't told me he got 2 kids by this woman. This mug ain't told me he living with this woman. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, hold up. What is really going on? So I said, and so she yelled out this. Now, ain't no woman gonna yell this out to no other woman. A woman gonna yell out, hey, he done ate me out. Now, we grown, let's be real. A woman gonna yell out, yeah, he done ate me out. Yeah, he done did this. But a woman, out of all my years, I ain't never heard another woman tell another woman he HIV positive.
Now, y'all, this is the second person that done told her that this sucker is HIV positive. Now, y'all, Big Mama ain't going. Oh, no, ma'am. Big Mama ain't going. No, ma'am. Baby, I'd have flipped Gator on no dude from the daggone gate from my brother saying it. You feel me? But now, somebody that he messing with, like sleeping with, that's in love with this thing that look funny. Honey is telling me that he got, girl, baby, it wouldn't have took me no time to keep on getting that thing thrown at me. One thing we know is if you a child of the daggone most high, is we get signs from the Lord. Yes, ma'am. And baby, there was too many signs to this lady to tell her, hey, look, leave this thing alone. You done got told that twice. Girl, I done went to the daggone health department or the goddamn out of the closet to go get tested to see what's going on. Cause I ain't great listening to this demon keep telling me he ain't got it and he's sleeping around with Tom, Dick, Harry, Sue, Sid, and Sal. He don't just like girls. He like boys too. Listen, girls, here we go.
As Jasmine said, just so you know, he ain't telling nobody he HIV positive, but I kept it real with him. And what ended up happening is she's HIV positive too, but they don't know who caught it from who because when they got together, she said,
Now, mind y'all, they both got it. Him and Jasmine got it. And so I guess I don't know, but listen here, they both got it, so they gonna stay amongst each other because they can pass it, or if they messing with each other, they just giving it back and forth to one another. This young lady, baby God has daggone his hand on this woman. Girl, this reason why I said sometimes you can't play the fool for no man. These men will lie to you and lie in your face. He kept on lying to this young lady, but all the signs of this daggone monster of infected person is still trying to daggone, she's still trying to daggone give him the benefit of the doubt. Now she done been warned twice. Girl, come on now, come on, let's go on back in, girls.
from what I was told from her mouth, she said she already had it and he already had it, but they don't know if they gave it to each other. They don't know what, but I'm gonna tell you, baby. So anyway, so guess what I end up in? I guess what I end up doing. Time passed, right? So me and her never got into it. She talked to me woman to woman. I will say that because I can talk to anybody on a woman to woman basis. So she basically put him out. She put him out. So y'all know, baby, y'all already know how it go. When a dude playing both females, it's basically which one is gonna leave him, and then the other one gets stuck with him. Like I said, for anybody just tuning in, y'all gotta understand my story, baby. I was out there, then I felt like I wasn't loved. I was searching for love. My daddy was on his dying bed, and I was close to my daddy. My mama wasn't showing me love. My daughter wasn't here yet, so I was out here in this world by myself. So I was searching for love. So I felt like that was love to me. You understand what I'm saying? I felt like that was love because he was showing me stuff that I haven't had in a while. You understand what I'm saying? So in my head, that was love, right? So anyway, so guess what I ended up doing? So he put her out. I mean, she put him out. When I found out everything like that, she put him out. He ended up moving in with me. I had my own place. Yeah, end up moving in with me. Like I said, baby, I tell anybody I play the fool. See, a lot of people need to own up to what they doing because everybody don't play the fool. May not be as drastic as mine, but everybody on this line don't play the fool. Just be real with yourself. So anyway, so he still kept denying he HIV positive. He HIV positive. And so she told me, she was still talking to me. She said, Tina, she said, I could have said anything else to you for you to leave him alone if I wanted him. She said, but we have kids together, and I get it. You understand what I'm saying? She said, he done took me through hell. She said, the only reason why I'm trying to make it work is we got kids together. I didn't know this. Yeah, honest to God, I didn't know that at the time. So I'm feeling bad because this girl didn't come at me sideways or nothing like that. And so my brother's still in the mix. He wanted to get at him and stuff like that, right? But then my brother told me I was one that's stupid because he was like, even if he ain't admitted, you know what I'm saying? Like, she done told you what girl just gonna tell you that, you know what I'm saying? And you still with the end, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so she was telling me, she said, I'm gonna tell you, because he ain't telling. She said he done cheated on me with multiple people. He ain't telling people that he HIV positive. She said something about the T cell count and this and that and other. And she told me what place he go to on what day. He never wanted me to take him, and he never said he was going to the doctor. So at this point, me and her communicating behind his back, right? So she was like, he going up there on a Thursday because I have to go. She said, come up there. So I had got in my little car. I'm doing like I-5 with my little private eye, right? I see him going to the place. The place is for people that's HIV or have AIDS. And also, too, let me say this, baby. Educate yourself.
Baby, if I ain't gonna keep on asking this sucker, honey, baby, wherever he was going, baby, I'm going in there too. Cause I'm not about to daggone, you know what I'm saying? It's a woman's daggone right. And you got to be in tune with your body. Girl, if somebody told me and I done slept with something with HIV, honey, child, I wouldn't fast down to the goddamn going out of the closet in the daggone health department so fast, it would have made my head spin in theirs too. I'm not about to play with my life. I don't love you that daggone much, honey. I ain't married to, well, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't married to this man at the time. So, no, I'm not about to play with my life like that. I'm not. I just ain't gonna do that. I'm going to the doctor because, see, you keep on lying saying you not. I ain't gonna keep on listening to you because I love me. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. I wanted to make was just gonna do the reaction to this because she has so many people telling her and giving, it's destruction before warning before destruction. And you got your warning before, and God spare this daggone, just know God will spare you. And daggone, he kept giving you sign after sign that this man wasn't no good. He already in a whole nother relationship. Maybe that's the reason why, and you got to understand, even at work, he didn't daggone pursue her. She came to him. Like you saying, he was looking at you like he wanted you, but you was looking at him. You know what I'm saying? So you had a temptation and you went over there to talk to him. He never approached you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that he daggone came to you because he definitely didn't approach her. She approached him at work and asked him why he don't talk. Well, he didn't talk because he had a woman at home and kids. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You going to give him what he want, or you going to, put yourself in a situation. He going to take some daggone. Men don't daggone give up no daggone, no free, what you call it, coming at them, honey. No, ma'am, you another daggone what you call it on the list. And he ain't got to tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? He felt like he didn't have to tell you because he was already in tune in a relationship with a girl. And he got kids with her. You feel me? But let me see. They said, um, who the lady that's telling her story so I can go listen. Honey, I don't even know. I wound up daggone strolling down Facebook and things of this nature. Because here, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, wow. Her name is I don't know the lady's name, but she on Facebook, honey, and I just was using the word because her page is leveling up with, girl, I can't even see it right now because it's double up words up in there. But her name is leveling up with something. It's got words up there underneath the girl. Y'all know Big Mama blind. All I know is leveling up with something, and she said uh something about get your bag up. So that's what that is. Um, but honey, my thing is there was too many red flags in there, girl. Oh my gosh, I couldn't have daggone. Ooh, girl, I don't know how I acted. Child, baby, Big Mama would have daggone, girl, honey. Ain't no way. I would have been up upside the young man's head. You hear me? I'd have been upside his head. But see, I couldn't have daggone fought him so much because I, went to him and pursued him first. Yes, too many red flags. Yes, ma'am. And girl, when the daggone baby mama told you he had it, you should have went to the doctor. Then, y'all, but baby, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna play with my life like that. Once my brother daggone knew who he was and said what he said, baby, I would have went to the health department so fast it would have made everybody's head spin. You heard me? Mine's too, child. Now here we going back in, girls.
There is a difference between a person that's HIV positive versus a person that has AIDS. Also, you can be not undetectable as well. Okay, so that's why people got to educate themselves. Because I hear people all the time saying this and saying that, and I be like saying to myself, "They so doggone wrong. Educate yourself." So anyway, so when he went in there, my heart dropped. Guess what I do? So I go on back home, and I called my friend girl. I called my friend girl.
Girl, I would have,
I
baby.
was crying, but I was still in disbelief.
Baby, I would have went in there. Ain't no, oh baby, ain't no way in the world I would have daggone see my man or the dude that I'm talking about talking to or whatever. I'm sleeping with it. She said they done daggone, they done around the world. That mean y'all done everything under the daggone green sun, sucking and chewing and eating and all that other stuff. You feel me? So that means, y'all done got down to the nitty gritty. Girl, ain't no way in hell I would have went daggone sit and watch my man going somewhere to get tested or whatever. You done been told that he's going to the place to go get. Girl, baby. Huh, listen, say, I ain't got time. She said, Charlene, she still ride with, I saw her on her live not long ago. What? Girl, I don't even know. I don't know who this woman is, but child, her story daggone touched me. And I said, let me go in here and let these girls hear this because we could get caught up in the rapture of love. You know what I'm saying? Like daggone, Anita Baker said, got up in the cap. You know what I'm saying? She got caught up in the rapture of love. She loved this man. You know what I'm saying? And she nothing that nobody told her about him mattered. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got men out here that you just love him to death, and he done everything under the sun, but daggone, delete you. You feel me? Like real talk. He done cheated on you. He done daggone everything under the sun, and but delete you, and you still ride with this guy. Still want to be down with him like Brandy. No, ma'am. Cause I'd have been gone deuces, choked up the deuces a long time ago. When my brother said something, I would have went and got it, tested then. Okay, let's go back in, girls. Mm-mm-mm.
So I was like, nah, he ain't HIV positive. Like I'm telling you, man, this mother was getting it in a couple of times a day, every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like we was getting it in.
Hey,
So you
be
know what I'm saying? So that's
encouraged.
all I was thinking. I was
Me,
like,
my
man,
teacher, hey, boo.
all this I done been through, rape, molestation, all this stuff I done been through in my life, and I'm finna come down with HIV. That's the first thing I thought about. So anyway, guess what I end up doing? So time went by. Guess what I end up doing?
Right, my teacher,
Getting
right.
married.
She done married the thing now,
We
y'all.
got married. Fool, I can't even make my fingers into an F. A big fool on top of my forehead. We get married. We got married at the courthouse, and but we had a big reception. And I remember at the reception is when I first met his mama. Talked to his mama on the phone when I first met his mama and sister and everything. I remember, and I would never forget this. Me and him got married in 2006. 2006. Yeah, 2006. And I remember, and this is 2022, when his sister told me at our reception. She said, "You need to leave my brother alone." She never told me why. She never told me.
Girl, that was time to daggone dip the scrap out. You hear me? His sister now. At her reception, her sister-in-law tell her, you need to leave my brother alone. That's after she done tied the knot with this thing. Girl, this a nightmare for me because I'm like, wow. I felt bad for her because before I heard the whole story, I thought, man, I'd have daggone deleted my husband a long time ago. I ain't even gonna sit here and talk about no baby. You knew you had this mess and you done daggone bought this mess to our house. Because you knew you had it, you know what I'm saying, when you daggone was over there with the baby mama, and I wonder if the babies is daggone safe. They both got it. So that means both of them, you know what I'm saying, you born your babies in the world with it. I don't know for a fact, but hey, Miss Alice Flint, hey boo. I just can't imagine daggone still trying to daggone love on this man knowing I guess she may have felt like she already had it, so it's too late. But look at God, man. Ooh, honey, look at God.
Into that, she said, "You need to leave my brother alone." She said, only thing she did say, she was like, "He ain't no good." You know what I'm saying? Like, who gonna say that about their brother if it ain't true, right? So I'm just like, okay, but we don't got married then. We get married. We get married. After reception, I'm thinking we about to, you know what I'm saying, go home and chill out because at this point, y'all got to understand. Like I said, don't just listen to the story, but actually hear what I'm saying. At this point, when I got married and we had already got it in, the reason why I went ahead and got married after, even though he still, up to that day, he still never told me he was HIV positive because in my head, I'm like, well, if the damage already been done, it's been done because we don't got it in. That's how I was looking at it, right? So anyway, so I need for y'all to
So You mean to tell me this is her mindset? Well, we already got it, so we might as well go ahead and date. This why she went and got married, because if he not told her that he got it, so if she do got it, to go ahead and marry him, you know what I'm saying, and then they just be with each other with the mess, and everything. Her take Terkesa Jackson. Um, you just said that, Big Mama. Yeah, like the whole thing was she'd already made up in her mind. That's why she didn't go to the doctor. We already got it, so you know what I'm saying? Ain't no use in me daggone. But I wouldn't daggone, girl, I ain't gonna wait around for nobody to tell me they daggone, sick. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all women. We gonna go out here and we gonna go to the doctor. First and foremost, somebody tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I had a scare like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I was messing with a guy, girls, and he then, you know what I'm saying? Only for how I found out that he was daggone, getting breezy in prison. One of my friends across used to hang out at the barbershop. Called me over to the barbershop. Cece, come here. Because we was outside and we was standing on the porch and me and him was kissing. He said, I know you not messing with that Ian. And I said, yeah, he my man. He said, man. And I said, what? And he said, man, girl, leave that daggone Ian alone. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? I called his name, you know what I'm saying? He say, cuz that Ian be getting breezed up. So I'm like, what in the world do breezed up mean? He said he be messing with them boys and girl, he couldn't tell me fast enough before I went down to the goddamn out of the closet to get tested. Girl, I've been getting tested ever since, honey. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna need my test to say negative. Yes, ma'am. And I'm 53 and that happened back in going '09. So yes, ma'am. I mean, what was that? 2009. So, excuse me. Yes, ma'am. I've been going to get tested ever since. Baby, I need all negative results. Because, you know what I'm saying? You never know when that daggone mess might come up. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what these men is out here doing, girls. This dude was getting breezed up in jail, in prison. And he was my man. He done got out. You know what I'm saying? And see, you can dag on these dudes be in prison and trying to act like they all hard when they get out. Honey, you just as daggone, fruity and daggone booty as I am. I'm daggone all woman, honey. Yes, ma'am. I'm a girly girl. So yeah. So I ain't gonna play with my life like that. Mm-mm. These men will play you. They tell you they daggone like straight. They straight. They tell you they straight, and on some other stuff, you find out down the line. And honey, like she said, she was daggone doing him, eating him up and daggone all that good stuff, baby. I was doing the same thing, girls. So, honey, yes, and that's why I say you got to go out here and get yourself checked and things. I saw her story on Facebook as well. Right. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing a reaction because I know, you can get caught up in the daggone rapture of love and be feeling for this person. And all the while, this sucker daggone getting breezed up. He, you know what I'm saying? So, ladies, you know what I'm saying? And then she daggone gonna tell the story where he done daggone, even messing with men. Like, dang. She is a blessing for all of us girls. Cause when she was telling her story, I felt it because I've been in her situation. And this makes me want to cry, y'all. Cause I've been there. And that's scary. That's scary to know that you might have to go and daggone take a test one day to know that you done been messing with a man that probably messed with a dude or somebody that's HIV positive. So this story hit me different. It did. It did. Cause I've been there, man. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I felt her story. That's why I wanted to I wanted to put it out here because somebody might not have daggone put it out there. And, oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. Cause God spared me, man. And every time I gotta go get an HIV test or whatever it's called, an HIV test, I be so scared because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They said you know what I'm saying, come later on. But her story touched me, man. Because I've been there, man. Whew. And I said, our sisters need to hear this because you can get caught up in the love, in the daggone, in the rapture of love and be loving somebody. And at the same time, they playing you and putting your life in danger, girls. Like he put her life in danger. And not only did he put her life in danger, he was putting other females' lives in danger that he was messing with, you know. I'm sorry, y'all. This thing really touched me. This whole story did, and this the first time I seen it, and I didn't know that everybody had already seen it on Facebook. But honey, this story is a wake up call that you can't be just sleeping out here with anybody. That's why I got married. I said, honey, I can't daggone keep doing this. That hurt me. It went to the core of me, my soul of me. This story went through the core of me because I've been in her situation, but I went to go get tested. I didn't wait around to hear him. You know what I'm saying? And then when his daggone thingy came over to our house, you know what I'm saying, way before that day after this all happened, when I found out that he was sleeping with me and the daggone thing that he was sleeping with came to my sister's house looking for him. hmm So yes, this story really daggone hit home and it hit like tough because you know what I'm saying, when you've been put in a situation where like, I didn't wait that long. Oh no, ma'am. I didn't wait that long to daggone go get tested. I needed to know now. You know what I'm saying? She had already put up in her mind that she already had it. But I didn't put in my mind that I had it. I said, oh no, Jesus help me. Honey, when I got told I went to go get tested. It wasn't no waiting around and asking him and all of that stuff. No, ma'am. Go get tested, ladies. And it's good to just keep yourself tested anyways because HIV is real. And these people is not going to tell you if they full of this mess, guys. Yes, ma'am, and this is the reason why I'm doing a reaction to this because she felt like she had already daggone been in so deep with him that God daggone was going to give it to her. You know what I'm saying? That's what she felt in her mind. I already got it. We're already too deep in it. You know, we done daggone did the eating and the tucking and all of that stuff. So I got it. That's how she felt. You know what I'm saying? No, don't never put that in your mind because God is, he's a merciful God. You know what I'm saying? And he's merciful for us and on us, and he'll never daggone leave you nor forsake you. And that's why when I heard that my friend was doing what he was doing, honey, baby, I had to go get tested. I don't want to sit around here and wait around and be nervous and scared and daggone. No, when I found out about him, baby, I left him alone because I was scared of him. You know what I'm saying? You a woman and you think you got a straight man and he out here daggone. Oh no, ma'am, that's scary, girl. That's scary because ain't nothing you can do with a daggone man that's daggone already been turned and flipped around and daggone, you know, tooted and booted. No, ma'am. And you can't do nothing with him, girls. You can't do nothing with him. But see, she had a man. But not even to say that her man was straight because he was out here tooted and booted too. He was tooting and booting somebody, you know. So you gotta be careful, girls, because you always say you can't do nothing with these men that's been tooted and booted, ladies. You can't do nothing with them. Uh, you just said that, Big Mama. Right. I'll follow her on her Facebook page. Yeah, girl, I started daggone following too, honey, after this story, because I said, let me go in here and daggone subscribe to her story, because, honey, her story got daggone hit home. Um, she said I follow her story on Facebook as well. Oh my gosh. At Alicia Flint. What's her name on Facebook? So sad. Crystal, I gave you her Facebook name. See above. What is it? I didn't see it. That's why I'm single and celibate. Right. I can't remember her name, but it's something like get. your bag up. Yeah, y'all, I'm blind. It says something like level up. Maybe it's that what it is. Level up and whatever you just said. Cause I'm telling you, it's words inside of there. Big Mama can't. I'm blind, but it's bad girls. I'm squinching to read y'all's comments. Um, oh my gosh, so sad. You did the best thing. Chocolate girl, I don't see anything but thanks. Thanks, chocolate girl. I see it. Thanks. Her page is level up. Get your bag up in Facebook. Yes. Okay, there it go. So, which I mean, let me. I had to come in here because her story touched me because man, I was messing with a dude like, and he wouldn't, and he's nice looking, girls, nice looking he was. You wouldn't think that he was daggone into dudes, and he didn't like the dudes that was masculine dudes. He liked them dudes that dress in drag and you know what I'm saying? He had a daggone whole relationship with this thing for a whole year and me and him was daggone going. He would come over my sister's house and everything, girls. And when he got out of jail, when he walked through my sister's door, I fell in love with him just looking at him because it was love at first sight when I first seen H. I'm gonna say his name. His name was Hayes. And he was one of them daggone bad boys, you know what I'm saying? And he had these little, you know what I'm saying, these little braids, cute little daggone. He was dripping, he was cute and he dressed nice and smelled good walking through the door. And I fell in love with him and said, "Oh my God, who is this?" And my sister said, "Girl, shut up." You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Girl, he is fine, ain't he, girl?" And she was like, "That's my brother's friend or whatever." And I was like, "Damn." I was like, "Hook us up, hook us up." And he must have heard me telling her that dad go hook us up. He was like, "You hook your own self up." And I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And then we just started daggone talking and having fun. And we really didn't start daggone really doing it, do like a month later and shit. And baby, it was on and popping. And baby, ooh, honey, that man, boy, he didn't have no daggone HIV or nothing like that, but to know that he was daggone messing with them boys, that shit was enough for me, girls. So I ain't got time to be messing with none of them daggone boys that like them boys, because you can't do nothing with them, girls. Shoot, if you'd been your man have been booted into that, you might as well hang it up. He not he hanging with the boys. Yes, ma'am. And I don't like dudes that hang with they got dang on friends. Cause I don't know what y'all doing behind closed doors. Hey, Tiana Boo. It's important to get checked because it can lay dormant for years. Now she died going, you know what I'm saying, and she done had a baby and all that stuff, honey, baby. I'm trying to told you, don't get fooled, baby. Go get tested. Go get tested. I mean, even if you got a husband and you don't feel comfortable, your husband daggone maybe daggone doing, go get tested, ladies. It don't matter. It just, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? You don't know what he out here doing and everything. And it just, just be safe. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out here. Cause her story really touches you, and you gotta really, honey. When I went in this video, I went in the video. I should have stayed out the video. My nosy tail always going in the video, like I'm there. So when she's telling her story, I'm there. I'm watching everything. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Cause I done teleported inside the TV or into their life of this situation. And when I do that, I be drawn into the story, and I mean, I be really touched, y'all. I be here boo-hooing and crying and carrying on. I'm a big baby. Okay, now here we go, girls.
Stop if y'all ain't sharing this live. I don't know how many shares I got, but y'all share this live because somebody can benefit from this. Because the last time I made this live, it was so many people reached out to me to saying that I was a lucky one. This one lady
That's
said that
right.
she was with her husband for a year and she contracted it and this and that and other. So anyway, so
Now, can you imagine being a wife? You ain't never had none of this mess going on. Here you done daggone got married to get girl, bad. No ma'am. No ma'am. No, ma'am, because see, it ain't to death do you part, and that to be the time that, baby, you got to go. You knew you had this mess. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole kid and caboodle, ladies, is knowing you got to be careful of who you out here letting the daggone bang bang on you because that everything, my mama used to say all the time, everything that look good, Auntie them used to say it too, say everything that look good to you ain't good for you. And honey, the daggone turn around, everything that shimmer and glimmer with go ain't gold. It ain't. Cause you could think the finest man that gonna be them fine people to be ones with that stuff too, honey. Yes, ma'am. I'd rather have me an ugly mo than to be sleeping. And then you get these ones, they can be just as ugly as they wanna be, y'all. And folks will still be all crazy over these ugly mo's. Mm-mm. Folk daggone it, honey. She said he looked it funny. She said he was cute, but he looked it funny. You know, you got them kind that they look real funny and carrying on, and they be nice looking, but they just look funny. So she had the funny looking dude that looked funny. But I don't. The thing is, you know, when she was spared from that man, that she should have never even looked back at him or nothing else. And shit, whoever Jasmine is, Jasmine could have kept him. I wouldn't have daggone married that man. No, ma'am. First and foremost, no. And then he looked funny too. And then the one thing is that really daggone took the loot is she said she went to prison, y'all. The woman said she went to prison and the sucker daggone she held this sucker down while he in prison. And he get out and go back to Jasmine. Girl, bye. Mm-mm. See, he gonna go back over there with Jasmine because him and Jasmine got that thing. He already knew. Let me quit messing and tapping with her because if she go get tested, she don't have it. But see, I ain't gonna keep on messing with you. No, I would have never put that in my mindset. Because see, you know, and it still could come up in another couple years. You know what I'm saying? Because she said she got tested. She had a baby and then the health department called her. And she done been taking tests all over the world. And the health department called her because she done been to prison and everything like that. And girl, listen. That's a scary situation, girls. And it's a scary situation getting your finger pricked. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you not promiscuous like this, but you mess with a guy or someone out here that's HIV positive or that messes with men. These men that are gonna be acting like they so daggone masculine. And honey, they don't be masculine, honey. Them suckers be daggone straight up daggone gay. And there ain't nothing that about I'm bi, you know, nigga. Excuse my language, but you're gay. Ain't no daggone ifs, ands, and buts about it. You got a woman on the side of you to pretend that you know what I'm saying, you masculine. Other than that, no, you just as female-ish as me. And probably worse. Probably daggone wait till you get out your girls, honey. These men ain't to be trusted, honey. Listen to the story.
So that's how, you know what I'm saying? So I went up and ended up getting married to him because, like I said, in my head, like the damage already been done. We had done got it in, right? Listen to them siblings. My ex-wife told me about his nasty sister, Jermaine, baby. And that was my first time meeting his sister. That was my first time meeting his sister, his mom and them and everybody, right?
Wow.
Okay, so after the reception, I'm thinking we're going home. He never came home. He never came home. He said he was going to go to his homeboy house to do something. He's coming right home. He never came home. Guess what he ended up at? He was at Jasmine house. Now, understand, Jasmine wasn't no fool. I was the fool. See, I'm a grown woman about mine. I'm a grown woman about mine. Jasmine was the fool. I was the fool. They had kids together. They had history. I didn't have history with this man. I didn't have history with this man, right? Okay, so he went back to her. She all in love with him and stuff like that, like in love. See, I don't think I was more in love because, you know what I'm saying, the stuff was good. I'm just being real with you because, see, a lot of people need to hear that. I'm joking around, but I'm dead serious because a lot of people fall head over heels over that versus they thinking they really in love. And that's what I fell in love with because he had good head. Let's be real. We grown people, right? So I was like, okay,
That
you
head,
understand what I'm
that, let me
saying?
tell
So
you something.
like I said, I was the one.
That head didn't have her going on. That daggone dong had her going on, okay? Because you kept going back for the dong. You know what I'm saying? And everything. And baby, she said we did it everything. We did everything. That means you did everything. So it wasn't just the daggone head game that had her going on. That whole daggone man had her going on. You know what I'm saying? And everything. You just gotta daggone just know when to hold them and when to fold them. Cause baby, these men are daggone nasty with it. And things. And she said, honey, her and him, they done some freaky deaky things together. That would have too daggone, you know what I'm saying, draw the daggone, a red flag to me. Anyways, he wants you to do things to him that you ain't never had to do with another man. Not no straight man, cause ain't no straight man can really let you daggone do all of that kind of stuff to them. No, ma'am. But listen.
That was the fool. So what ended up happening is he went on over there, came on home. Next thing I know, we end up moving. We end up moving to another apartment. One day I woke up, baby. When I tell you it was seven, I don't know what you call them people, baby. I call them the police, but they look like the FBI. This mug ain't told me he on probation, baby. He was on probation. Done violated probation. They got him. They got him after we done got married, right? He goes down the road, and I went to court. And I didn't know how that worked, like for us, you know what I'm saying, that then or whatever. So anyway, so he had a year, but he only did 6 months. My behind was faithful. My behind didn't give nothing up to nobody. Baby, I held him down. I'm talking about commissary. He was great.
Baby, I ain't gonna give up nothing to nobody until I go get my ass tested anyways. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, with her having in her mind that she already got it, that's why you didn't go out there and daggone mess with nobody else. Cause you knew you in your mind, you already had to daggone put in your mind that you was infected with that stuff. That's the only reason why you stay faithful for him. Cause if y'all got it, we just gonna give it to amongst each other. It's just gonna pass it out back and forth to each other. But I'm gonna stay down with him because I know if he done gave me this mess, I definitely can't go out here and sleep with no other dudes while he in jail. So of course, you being married to man, you gotta hold him down while he in jail. But this sucker been playing the whole goddamn on relationship. I ain't about to hold a motherfucker, excuse my language, down that done daggone left me at the after the reception. He just left. Goodbye. I don't even think he said goodbye. He said he need to go use the car to go to the store, and he never came back, girls. No, ma'am.
Into his other roommates and talking about, yeah, my wife holding me down, this and that, and other. So he was sentenced to a year. He only did 6 months. Just the kicker. I need for y'all to hear me clear. For any other women out there that don't know, he wrote me. And I remember I was an office manager at this job, and this black guy named Jeff. And I was reading a letter, and on the envelope it said Broad River, not Broad River Road, Broad River. That Jeff, I would never forget this. He walked past me. He said, "Somebody got that thing." I'm still green. I'm like, what? What? He said, anybody that's locked up in that facility is sick. So I'm like, nah. I'm serious. That's what I did. But guess what I did? As soon as he walked off, baby, I'm on the computer. I'm an office manager, whole office manager now. I'm on the computer Googling. Baby, when I saw that, but it did say HIV patients are, when they go to prison, there's for men. I don't know if it's like that now, but they're sent here. But it also said other people that are mental and sickly go to that specific facility. That they find out they sick or something like that. So here I go. I'm still like, oh, okay, well, I'll look, red flags everywhere, baby. Just red flags everywhere. But I'm in my head, I'm just like, I'm too far in now. Y'all got to feel where I'm coming from. Yeah, Shay, her brother told me it wasn't right. Oh, really? Trying to say, okay, speak the truth. Yeah, 20, you know me. I'm going to speak the truth. But you know how folks says, thank you for the 200 stars. Yeah, drop them stars, y'all, for the story. But because I'm trying to smile about it, but it do bring back a lot of bad memories. So anyway, so when I start pulling that up, and also when the next time he called, I was like, hey, when did you we married now? When did you, is you HIV positive? This mother still saying no. But at the end of the day, y'all, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I had to fault myself because all the signs was there in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? I had to fault myself because I'm gonna tell you, and I ain't just gonna put it on no man. A person gonna do only what you allow them to do to you.
That's
He
right.
knew I was being a fool, cause so guess what? He treated me just as a fool, right? So anyway, so he did his time and he came home. His stepdaddy lived closer to Columbia where he was getting released at, so he brought him home. Brought him home. We did our thing. I'm gonna be honest, because it had been 6 months. Did our thing.
Damn.
He went back over to Jasmine house. I didn't know it then though. He went back over to Jasmine house. Didn't come home that night. I held this mug down. I held this mug down, baby. I'm talking about down. Up, baby, down. Did you hear what I said, right? Did you hear what for the ones that were tuning in when I first came in, I told y'all he was selling dope in the beginning. So when I tell you I held this mug down, I held him down while he was in there. So anyway, so he got out, and like I said, he ended up at Jasmine House. I didn't know it or whatever like that. So me and him was still just, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we were still married. So he ended up getting a job at matter of fact, this plant right here, because we had moved back to Anderson. My daddy started getting sick. That's what happened. I'm leaving out some couple of parts because I don't want my phone to die and I don't want y'all to get bored. So my daddy was in hospice. And so anyway, I ended up coming up here. And I was like, I'm not leaving nowhere because my daddy finna die. And I'm a daddy's girl. Like I ain't no shame in my game. When my daddy passed away, baby, I tried to kill myself. Literally. They put me on the eight.
Man, listen, this thing that she called her a husband, he never did nothing for her. This man ain't did nothing for you and almost took your whole daggone, deleted your whole life from you. Cause he definitely wasn't gonna tell you that he was full of that mess. And ladies, that's where you gotta be careful with. They're going. If somebody tell you somebody got something, don't wait, ladies. Go get tested, cause he's still lying to her. He did that. That's a daggone crime. You not daggone owning up to what the heck you got, and you know that you got it. All the different facilities he going to. Girl, I wouldn't have daggone cared. I don't care if you thought that you was too deep into it. Go get tested, ladies, because you could daggone be spared by God if you're doing the right thing. Now,
Flow and told me I was crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm very transparent, baby. So, you know what I'm saying? So he came up here. I took my car. That's another story for another day. He didn't want me to come. My daddy literally taking his last breath. Like the doctors don't call the family and everything like that in hospice. And so I had to steal my own car. And so I came up here by myself. He didn't want me to leave. And he also raped me. I'm trying to make it short. Yeah, your husband can rape you. He raped me. He held me down and took my stuff. Yeah, he did that. Now that's not funny, but he did that. Yeah, he had his, and I would never forget. He had like his elbow right here, and that pain hurted so bad I could not move. And it's like, and y'all got to keep in mind, like I told y'all earlier, I done been molested when I was little. I done been raped and forced to have an abortion from my rape. You understand what I'm saying? So when he literally he was so drunk and so high, he forced himself on me and held me down and raped me. And it was like I wasn't even his wife, because when he got done, baby, he just got up and went to the bathroom like, clean your ass up. That's how he did. Yeah, he did me like that. So anyway, when he went to the bathroom, that's when I stole my car,
so she ain't
stole
even
my
getting no
car back,
pleasure.
and then
She just daggone getting dumped in. You know what I'm saying? Cause she not really saying she got no pleasure from this man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. And then he go, I don't, girl, baby. And then he keep dumping off on you and stuff like that. Like, ladies, I ain't gonna keep in nobody's daggone dumpster. No, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? And he got a whole woman and kids at home. You done married this man and he got kids and a whole nother woman on the side. Over there on the other side of town. Girl, baby, I'd have been so done with that little old daggone man. It wouldn't have been funny. Especially when my brother said some stuff and he denied that. My brother know you, dude. And he know you from Jasmine. And then you turn around and you daggone sleeping and daggone got kids by this woman. Girl, baby.
hey y'all, and I went through that myself. Wow, gee, I'm sorry to hear that, baby. So I stole my car back and then came up here. So his mom and them taking off for him and stuff like that. So I came on up here and I'm trying to remember everything. So I came on back up here and went straight to hospice. And my daddy wanted to talk to me and stuff like that. Baby, I remember what my daddy told me. My daddy said, listen, let me tell you something. Hey, let's get wealthy. Hey, y'all, I'm a daddy's girl too. Yeah, baby, I'm definitely a daddy's girl. And so, and my daddy told me, he said, Tina, that boy dragging you down. Like, I didn't even look like myself. My daddy talked to me. Y'all know how people give you basically they last words. When my daddy took his last breath at freaking hospice, my husband was not here. I had my cousins them trying to console me because everybody else there was for themselves. Like I said, my mama ain't really showing me love like that. So her and my sister, they was, even though my sister husband was there, but my mom and my sister, you know what I'm saying, they hugging each other. My brother, baby mama, she stepped up, his first baby mama stepped up to the plate and consoling him. I'm looking around like, dang, I ain't got nobody to console me. You know what I'm saying? So my cousin stepped to the plate and she, you know what I'm saying, she called him. She was like, so she went up on, she was like, hey, what up? You at? Your white daddy just died. Where you at? I'm coming, I'm coming. So he got up here. I can't remember how he got up here because some things I try to block out. He got up here. He got up here, just like I said. He got up here. As soon as we left hospice, he told me he wanted to use my car and go to the store. Right after we left hospice, when the funeral home came and got my daddy body, and we left, left hospice going home, the family coming. He says, my husband at the time says that he going to the store. He never came back. He was already cheating on me with this. I would never forget her name. Her name was Keisha. I would never forget her name. He went back down there with her because she told me about it later on. He didn't stay up here to console me. He didn't, baby, that was a demon for real. People say demons, baby. He's a demon for real. And so he just left me high and dry. He went back down there because I was like, dang. And people was telling me, they was like, Tina, K ain't gone to the store. He gone. It don't take nobody that long to go to no store. You know what I'm saying? So he took my car, but of course I really couldn't do that because we was married, even though it was in my name, but we was married, and legally married. So, you know what I'm saying? So he took my car and stuff like that. So he ended up, we buried my daddy. He came back up here, you know what I'm saying, and came to the funeral and stuff like that. And then, so he just ended up staying. Okay, so all this time, I'm still trying to figure out, hey, you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, I need to know, is you HIV positive? Now, keep in mind that a couple of years don't pass. We weren't married long, but a couple of years don't pass. This mother's still saying no. Okay, so I remember we had went to the strip club, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't went both ways before, ain't no shame in my game. So, you know what I'm saying? So we went to the strip club, right? But we went to, it's like, I can't really explain it, but they do like a amateur thing, like where men can get up there and this and that and other. So how I found out, I think it's an assumption, but I'm 99.9% sure that I think he was sleeping with boys. We was at the strip club, and like I told y'all, he wasn't no big time dope person, but you know what I'm saying, he did his little thing, right? So I remember I was going to the bathroom, and he was right there talking to this boy. I never understood what this meant till later on. And he's the devil, Tawana. He is the devil, baby. I'm talking about that. I don't been through some stuff, and you know that in my life, but that's the devil. So I remember he was telling this boy, that's all I hung around most of my life was boys. I've never heard another dude say, dang what he said. He said something to that, he said, I don't pack no peanut butter. I was like, what in the world? And it was a couple of gay guys there. You know what I'm saying? And he would tell me the only reason why, that's kind of how it was. Not necessarily a drag queen club, but it was like gay guys would strip, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So and he used to go there before we got married, before we got real close, and I started putting pieces and pieces together. But he tried to make it seem like he going there breaking them off. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what dude tell another dude that? Thank you, Carmen. Hey, Lisa. I was like, what dude tell another dude that? And then he hit the dude on the butt, and the dude was like, boy, you remember what happened last time? I would never forget this, and this is 2022. I was like, nah. I said, so I got a dude, and I don't got nothing against gays. I don't. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying to myself, dude, you HIV positive, and then you sleeping with boys too? I'm just like, and then like, I'm not trying to be funny. We grown. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, okay? When we was intimate, I'm gonna put it that way. When we was intimate, baby, I'm telling you, I know how to do some freaky deaky stuff. Okay, it ain't nothing I ain't never saw. But certain things that he wanted to do, I was like something ain't right. So I put two and two together when he smacked that dude butt. Yeah, they do it in basketball, football, or whatever like that. But the way he did it and didn't know I was behind him, I'm like, nah, you been running up in some boys. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, so what ended up happening is he end up we end up I end up going to prison. I done been to prison 2 times. I see I got 409 people on here. Y'all share this live. I end up going to prison. I went to prison 2 times. When I went to prison, that we had a very nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, very nice house. I went to prison. He left me. He literally left me. Actually, like I said, I'm trying to make this short, but I believe he set me up to go to prison because I had a very, very serious charge on me. My bond was like, I think it was 65,000, 50,000, or something like that. It was assault and battery with intent to KILL, but I didn't do it. I'm being honest, I didn't do it towards somebody else. So I didn't know I had that. So reason why I felt like he set me up is because I went to go get my prescription filled. And I promise you, it was like 12, 13, 14, 15 cop calls out there for little old me. And they was like, you got a warrant. But how did they know where we was? He was in there too doggone long when my prescription was already ready. And then when he seen them surrounding the car with their guns, with they, you know what I'm saying? They was armed at little old me, just me by myself. You would think I was Bin Laden or somebody, you know what I'm saying? And so he just coming out there eating some candy, just walking out. I would never forget the look on his face. He walked out the pharmacy just eating some candy like, oh, so what? This is how calm he was. He was like, so where y'all about to take him? Huh? Wait a minute, huh? I'll be out there to get you out. That's what he telling me. I'll be up there to get you out. I'll be up there to get you out. So I didn't know how that worked then. So baby, I didn't get out because my bum was so high. So while I was in like I told you, I'm trying to make it short, y'all. It's a long story. So while I was in jail before I went to prison, when I was in jail, when I'm trying to call people and I'm getting letters and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And people telling me that, you know what I'm saying, he fooling around with the girl Keisha. He could have done, he had the money to get me out on bond because he went and bought a whole nother car. He left me in there. So when I go down the road, I didn't hear nothing from him. I ain't heard nothing. I didn't hear that from him. I didn't hear no letters. I was calling him, y'all. I was calling. You would have thought I would have learned my lesson, right? You would have thought I would have learned my lesson. Hey, everybody on the live. I don't want to get sidetracked because y'all know if I look at the comments, I get sidetracked. So I remember I was calling. So I just stopped. I was like bumping. I was becoming numb. Like bump this mess. I was becoming numb. So I remember I just said, you know what? Let me call him. When I called him, and you get, it's like a 30-second, if they ain't got money on their phone, it's like a 30-second courtesy call, right? Where you could say a few words. He answered the phone, and I heard the girl in the background. And he talked to me like I wasn't his wife. He said, who you? Who you? Trying to throw her off. He's like, who you? Who you? I said, mother. I said, you know, I said, you could have got me out and this, that. You know what I'm saying? Just going off. He hung up the phone on me. So I end up getting out because I don't want to go through that part. I end up getting out. But when I left prison, I had to go because when I went to prison on another charge, but I still had to go back to that county for that bond I had on me because I still didn't get bonded out. If anybody been to jail, y'all know how they work. You know, you still got to go do your time on your other charges or whatever like that. Yeah, smiling. Mossy say, you're a champ, baby. I done been through it, baby. My question is, why didn't you ever get tested? I'm about to tell you, Sanders. And so anyway, when you go to prison, and I'm glad you brought that up, for anybody on here that done been to prison, baby, I'm going to be real with you. I think prison tests you more than a little bit. I think they test you better than any doctors. So while I was in prison, there's this thing called R&E. I don't know what they call it now, and I tell people this. It's called R&E. And it's like an all women's facility. They check your blood pressure, check if you got syphilis, any type of thing that you got. And if you got HIV or AIDS, you go in these 2 bottom cells, I would never forget, in R&E. So there was this lady, I felt so bad for her. She had full blown AIDS. She was in the cell by herself. She got, I think she said she got raped, if I ain't mistaken. She got raped when she was little, and then she got on drugs to self medicate, and it just turned into full blown AIDS. She looked so bad. Then nobody wanted to talk to her. And that woman looked so bad. So she was in a cell down by herself. So they ran all my tests. I'm good. I was good. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked, but I was still in my head. That's why I say educate yourself. Don't go off of what somebody tell you, because people say, oh, it take up to 10 years and this and that and other. Baby, educate. I'm telling y'all, educate yourself. This stuff I hear serious. This stuff, man, I ain't never in my life came so close to nothing like this before, okay? So anyway, they test me. I'm talking about do everything. They go up in you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about they run all kind of tests, and I get it, because if you got something, they'll send you, they'll send the women right here, this and that and other. So this one girl, I never forget, she was 23 years old. The lady that had full-blown AIDS, when this girl came in, she was 23 or 24, she was laughing at the lady with full-blown AIDS. Long story short, when she went to go have all her tests and stuff like that come back, they put her down beside the lady with full-blown AIDS because she was HIV positive. And I'm not saying that's what you get. All I'm saying is don't pick at folks. Because that girl, when they told her she was HIV positive, that girl was crying. Man, I ain't talking about just crying. I'm talking about, she said she didn't want to live. She was trying to hurt herself, and she was trying to do it. This girl was 23 years old, and she was like somebody that tried to be like a bully. She was like a bully, and she wasn't like 23. You just had got down there, and she was picking at other people. No, baby, this ain't no skit, sweetheart. No. A skit? We're doing what? I'm sitting here telling a story. No, baby, it ain't no skit. But so anyway, so she was sitting there laughing at, 23-year-old was sitting there laughing at, I want to say that too, Carmen, but you know what, baby, that's why I'm telling y'all. When I tell y'all I don't judge nobody, I don't pick at nobody, I don't do that mess, man, because God is real. Play with him if you want to. So anyway, so next thing you know, they got all her stuff and put her down there. And everybody knew, like I said, if you've been to R&E before, just like you talk to people with prison stories, people tell you how things are set up. So the lady with full-blown AIDS, she in one cell, and the girl that's HIV positive, she in a cell right beside it. They only designate only two cells for people that are HIV positive. So I was still good, right? So in my head, I'm still like, okay, but you know what I'm saying? Still, I'm listening to society, and I'm saying to myself, nah, but still, we done got down with the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, we like ain't no way in the world. I'm like, I know God ain't haven't showing me that much favor. Like this running through my head, I'm like, nah, I don't think they did the test right. Okay, so I did my time, and I end up, like I said, I did my time what I had to go down the road for, so I had to come back to the county. Somebody bunded me out, an old time person, him and my mama bunded me out. When I got out, I called my ex-husband, and I was like, I said some stuff. I'm gonna be real with you. I said some stuff, and he was like, how you get out? And I was like, just know I'm out. Did like that, so it was on and popping. Then, like I'm talking about, I had become like that movie, A Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Like it wasn't even no more pity. It wasn't no more sorrow. I was on that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. What's time? Let me make some phone calls. That's the type of time I was on when I got out. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty sure everybody would be through all that hell I done been through. And he literally left me. When I got out and I was done with everything, when I got out, I didn't have a house to go to. He had to move in with the girl, got rid of all my stuff, sold my car illegally, and I got my money back on that. It was a long drawn out thing, but I got my money back on that because even though we was married, the title was in my name, and his name wasn't on it. So any married people out there, baby, you can't go sell your husband wife's car. I don't care if you're married or not, if your name ain't on that title. Baby, I done learned some stuff. So anyway, so we went through all that. I never did talk to him. So I end up having to have surgery. And anybody know when they do get ready to do surgery, they, of course they got to check your blood work and stuff like that. So people up here was worried about my family and stuff like that. And I got checked again. It was still negative. I was like, God. I still never understood because, baby, I did a lot of wrong in my life. I'm like, how is God showing me favor like this? I'm serious. I'm like, how is South Carolina? I truly understand this story. Yeah, LaVasa. I was like, how? I'm serious because I was doing wrong in my life. This is why my platform is all about inspiration and motivating, baby, because I know what God can do. I know how far I came. I did wrong in my life. I didn't do nothing right. And I was like, how is God still showing me favor? Because that's why I tell everybody, each one of y'all got a purpose out here, baby. Instead of fooling around with other people, instead of trying to wreak havoc on somebody's life, instead of trying to down somebody, instead of trying to judge somebody, go find out what your purpose is because you sitting back existing and not living. And that's why I said I had to find out what my purpose was. Me being 45 years old, it took me a long time to figure out what my purpose was. But a lot of people would never figure out because they so busy worried about somebody else and their life. And I would never understand that. So anyway, so I'm just like, Lord, he's showing me so much favor. Like, what's really going on? So anyway, so I ended up having a surgery. That still came back negative. Okay, so I was talking about I was done with my ex-husband. I'm talking about done with him. He had my name tattooed on his chest and everything, honey. And so I was just done with him. So I ended up meeting Janaisha's daddy, my daughter's daddy. So, and I got pregnant with Janaisha real quick. I got pregnant with Janaisha real quick from her daddy, right? So, of course, when you get pregnant, and for any mamas out there, if you don't know, y'all should know. If you don't know, they run all them kind of tests. Okay, and like I said, this was a couple of years later. And so that came up negative. I'm like, boy, look at God. Look at God. That's all I kept worrying about. Look at God. Look at God. But what scared me is because I had received something in the mail. And it had said something about you need to contact the health department. It was basically the health department. And they was like, you've been exposed to a person that's HIV positive. I'm saying to myself, that's my husband. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go to the health department and take their test. This what scared me. Now, for anybody that know, that's gonna be a whole nother lie because I don't tell that lie. I used to have an addiction to pain pills. When you are doing a test like that or anything like that, and baby, I was popping some pain pills. It came back inconclusive. And I was just like, oh Lord. But inconclusive means it's not a yes or it's not a negative or a positive. So I'm just like, okay. I done had 3 HIV tests. They done came back negative. But then the health department, which I know everybody do the same, not the same, but you know what I'm saying, it's accurate. And I'm like, that one come back inconclusive. So when I was talking to the lady and stuff like that, like, why would it come back? And then, so, you know what I'm saying, had my pain pill addiction then. So I was like, oh, okay, that threw it off. Okay, so time had passed. And so, like I said, I got pregnant with Janasia. I ended up having Janasia. And then, so I went ahead and filed for divorce. So we end up going to divorce court, and that's my first time seeing him in forever. And Janae's daddy ain't no joke. He really about that life for real. So both of them standing right there. So Janae's daddy going at him and this and that. No, it's like two thugs going at each other, if that makes sense. Because really both of them about that life. But I really got to say Janae's daddy is more, you know what I'm saying? Like if anything he just got a mentality where he just don't care. Like it's sad, but he do. But anyway, so when we was talking about, that had came up and stuff like that, right? And so I told the judge in the divorce court, which it didn't have nothing to do with nothing, baby. But look, I was trying to get alimony and everything. But it was a woman judge, and she had like she was taking his side. I said, ma'am, he left me when I went to prison. Well, you're not getting no alimony. Like this was a woman judge, and she had like she was on my ex-husband's side. But I think the reason why is because I got pregnant with Janasia while we were legally married. Haven't had Solomon forever, right? But we were legally married. So that's the only thing I feel like the reason why she was looking at me and treating me like that in the courtroom. You understand what I'm saying? Because she a woman, like, oh, okay. She ain't understanding the story because she don't give a fifth about that story. She just looking at, because I had to have I think it's called a liaison or whatever it was for Janasia. Never went through that before, but if you ever get pregnant while you married, that happened. And I don't know how it is now, because things changed, but that's what happened to me. She had to have like a court liaison or something. I can't remember what it's called, like to represent her. And Janasia daddy had to tell the court, yeah, I know that's my child. Now Kay could have said, baby, I'm telling y'all, these courts and these laws is jacked up. Because if Kay would have said that I think Janasia is my child, don't you know how she said it, how the judge said it? Technically, but the word she used, I can't remember. Janasia would have been healed. But he knew that Janasia wasn't his child. You understand what I'm saying? But he could have did that just to be nasty and a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, so what ended up happening is, so later on, Me and Janae's daddy wasn't supposed to be in a relationship. It was just something that happened. Y'all got to keep in mind, I get out of prison, hot in my behind, right? You understand what I'm saying? Don't deal with all this. My daddy don't passed away. I don't deal with my ex-husband leaving me and this and that and other. So once again, I'm out here in this world trying to find myself, I'm really lost now because my right-hand man gone. That's my daddy. Me and my mama ain't close to me. You know what I'm saying? My mama I ain't never, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm out here in this big old world again myself. So, you know what I'm saying? So me and Janae's daddy got together and, not for his relationship, but that happened. And then, of course, some women, I ain't saying all women, when you get pregnant by a dude that y'all kicking it with, y'all try to make it work, but it didn't work because it wasn't supposed to be no relationship, but, it was just something that happened and you got pregnant. So anyway, me and Janae's daddy ended up splitting. I was moving around. I was moving around from one city to another city. So I ended up coming back here where I stay now. And out the blue, it was like, 4 years later. 4 years later, 5 years later, I can't remember because I'm rushing to tell the story. Kay calls me. My ex-husband. We legally divorced now. I'm talking about I got my divorce decree and everything. I ain't saw him in years. Like I'm just living. I'm just trying to get my mind back right. I'm trying to get my life and stuff good, right? He calls me. He said, I want to come and see you because I really want to talk to you. And I kid you not, no feelings came back or nothing like that. Because when I'm just like what's his face said, when a woman fed up, baby, ain't nothing you can do about it. And I was done. Like it ain't nothing. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wanted some closure because, like I said, y'all gotta keep in mind. I told y'all he left me. Hey, Katrina. So y'all gotta keep in mind. I told y'all he left me when I was in prison. I didn't have no closure. I wanted us women, if y'all be real with y'all stuff, because I'm being very real. Sometimes we want to know why. We want to know, like, why you did this. Like, I was hurt. This mother left me when I was in prison. Prison. Not jail. Prison. When I held you down. So anyway, he came to the house, and it was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And Janae was asleep. And he was talking to me, and he was crying. I said, all I want to know is did you set me up? I'm going to get to it. I know what y'all want me to say. I said, did you set me up? He just cried. But I'm going to be real with you. That didn't faze me because I've seen those tears before. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, that's fake as hell. Like, I don't want you back. I'm good. I ain't trying to be funny. And I'm not just saying that. He was looking a little rough. I'm going to put it like that. I ain't going to dog him like that. He was looking a little rough. So I was like, man, because like I said, I ain't saw him in a while. So he's sitting there crying on him. I said, you just ain't phasing me. Like, what you want me to do? Like, give you some balloon, give you a hug? Like, you think you finna get some more a little bit? No, that ain't finna happen. You know what I'm saying? God done kept me and I'm good. You think I'm about to So anyway, so he was like, he never would say yes or no. So I told him, I said, I already got my answer. So I said, is you HIV positive? Here you go. I already know. Now, trust me, I'm 100%, 1,000% sure. Sometimes us women, we know the answer. We just want to hear it from that person. Regardless of what you asking them, you want to hear it from that man or whoever you date, you want to hear it from them. So he like, I said, I know you already are. I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, you are very selfish mother. I said, just like that. I said, I'm going to tell you why. You're out here sleeping with different people, not even telling them that you HIV positive. What makes you think that and how did it happen? What you mean, Shannon? What made me think what, baby? Yeah, Keita, very selfish. I said, and I'm talking, I was going off. I said, you a selfish mother. So I'm talking about just slanging it, just like, I'm talking about just cheating. Let me finish. I'm on live later. Hold on, baby. And I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you something. I done cheated before in my life. I don't have people to cheat on me. I'm going to be real with you. And my brother, if he watching, I love you, bro. And he done had his days. But baby, I'm going to tell you, I ain't never saw a cheater like this mug right here. This mug got so good that I remember he would stay out late, claiming he with his homeboy. His brother even put him on the spot one time. Let me tell y'all this. His brother, they was all going out with some girls. his brother called and let the phone. He said, "Tina, hit us, hit us." And the girl was just sitting there, man. Yeah. But anyway, so and he was just like, "I just don't care. I just don't care." I said, "Well, bump if you don't care. You got to care about other people, baby." So I'm trying to press charges at this point, but I'm sitting here listening to this what this knucklehead saying, baby. God is my witness. I don't care who don't believe me. The whole time he was talking, I'm like, dude, for real? For real? Oh, okay. Like I'm talking about, like it wasn't no. Y'all know how you go from one emotion to the other. It went from hurt in the beginning when all that happened. Went from anger, went from something else, and then I was angry. I was an angry black woman. I'm just being honest. I was angry because I'm like, you done took my You got to watch from the beginning, Tamika. Got to watch from the beginning. So anyway, so he went ahead and didn't admit about setting me up, but I know he did because ain't nowhere in the world them police knew I was there. Detectives and all them people they didn't know I was there. But anyway, he would not admit that he was on powder, and I called him out on that. I said, "I know you on powder." I said, "Cause who go in the bathroom and do what they do and stay in there? Cause baby, I'm telling you, when I go take a number two, I may sit on there and just chill on the toilet." But I don't just stay in there for no 2 hours at a time and then come out and wanna. So like I told him, I said, because you would stay in the bathroom for like 2 hours and then just come out and go cut grass in 100-degree weather and just hyped up and just like that. Like who does that? Like that's just not normal. So I was just calling him out on a lot of stuff, and he was like, "But I love you, man. I want to do it again." He was talking about he wanted to get remarried again, y'all. He said he wanted to remarry me. I said, that is gone. I said, you took me through hell. I am good. I said, I am good. So he asked me, he said, "You don't got tested?" That's what he said. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't have plenty of tests and I'm good." Let me tell y'all something. That was in 2011, the last time that I saw him. This is 2022 and your girl test still negative. Your girl test still negative. Baby. When I told y'all in the middle of the story, when I say you have to find out what your purpose is, we have all types of questions for God sometimes. We question ourselves sometimes because we go through bull crap and we don't understand why we're going through bull crap. We lose people that we love, that we want to be in our corner. We lose friends. We lose this and we hurt and we be out here by ourselves. God is trying to tell us something, baby. And that's why I tell people on my platform all the time, pay attention. I know how God works. So when I speak about God, I'm about God in real life. Baby, I ain't no Christian. I would never proclaim to be no Christian because I still do little stuff, baby. But I don't damn near do what I used to do back in the day. And I sure know how God worked. But I'm sitting here telling y'all, educate yourself. Stop sleeping around with different people. Women, don't let it blind you, baby. Because you can get that anywhere. Don't let that take over your mind to make you feel like that is love. Because I promise you, it was not love for me. I was trying to find myself. And because it felt good. You understand what I'm saying? Find out what your purpose is. I'm telling y'all that. God done gave a lot of y'all chances. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all out here got some stories to tell, baby. I ain't never went through no mess like that in my life. Never. Just like when I told this story before, let me tell you something. I had men, women, older people. My inbox was flooded with people telling me, "I commend you." People telling me, "Oh, I was with mine for a year and I contracted it." God been with you, baby. Let me tell you something. I don't like to say I'm more special than any one of y'all on here. I would never say that. But what I will say, there is a reason that God do everything for each and every one of us. There is a reason why we go through the storms that we go through and God bring us out. There is a reason why some people go through the storm and don't make it out. God don't make no mistakes, baby. And he knows.
We're going to have another Inclex review session. We're actually going to talk about burgers.
Boy, baby, bye. Mm-mm-mm. Well, y'all, we done heard it all. I just want y'all to hear that. What y'all think? What y'all think, girls? What do y'all think? Because, boy, when you going through a situation like that, ladies, where a man has played with your mindset, your whole life, like that man played with that lady's life. Y'all might think that he didn't, but you know, him alone just never giving her the proper answer to her question that she was asking her husband was enough for me. You know what I'm saying? And then you go out here and you get married to a man that you think care about you, and this man really don't care about you to even think that he could daggone hold that that situation that long within himself. Like, you keep asking this man, is he? You know what I'm saying? Is he positive uh for something and he don't answer your question? Like, I just don't. I felt sorry for her, and thank God that she was spared her life. Um, she didn't have to go through the arguing, the fussing. If you know her life had not been spared by God, by Him giving her this, you know. But again, like I said, that was a definitely a story that we all needed to hear. There's people out here today that's going through the same thing. There's people that's going to go through it. A man or a woman that's HIV positive that won't tell you their status. Don't even bother with it. Leave them alone. Anyways, y'all, that was my show. I just wanted y'all to hear that. I'm glad that I was able to share this with y'all, and y'all just just know, thank y'all for coming in, and thank that girl for telling her story, whoever you are, because that story was amazing. And it was definitely for some people that might gonna been in that situation before. Y'all have a blessed day now.